Good evening, everybody. Today, inshallah, we will continue our lectures and research methodology. Our session today will be about ethics of scientific reporting. Our content will be as follows. We will speak about scientific reports, referencing the sources, citations, creating a reference list, what is plagiarism, and how to avoid plagiarism. Regarding scientific reporting, as we know, academic writing or scientific reporting includes student assignments and graduation projects, research proposals and progress reports, presentations in scientific meetings and student forums, journal articles, whether they are original researches or reviews, master and PhD thesis or dissertation. What is referencing? Referencing means mentioning the source of information you used in your scientific report in a clear, systematic way. Referencing your source material also allows your readers to find your sources and read them for themselves. Referencing will keep the intellectual properties and copyrights of other people. And the most important, it stops you plagiarizing. Always we have to ask ourselves about when do we need to reference a source. And the golden answer is that whenever we use someone else's work in our work, we have to reference the source. So whenever you mention information in a report, you have to mention the source of that information in a systematic way that is clear and understandable. List of sources that must be cited. Quotations, opinions, and predictions, whether directly quoted or paraphrased. Statistics derived by the original author. Visuals in the original publication or in an original report, like graphs, diagrams, and tables. Another author's theories, case studies, another author's direct experimental method or result, another author's specialized research procedures or findings. What is common knowledge? Some information is called common knowledge. It doesn't need to be referenced. Common knowledge includes facts that are known by a lot of people and can be found in many sources. For example, you don't need to cite the following. Abraham Lincoln was the 16th president of the United States. Let us take this rapid quiz. Information on the internet is free. Anyone can use it without having to reference it. Being caught plagiarizing can result in the failure of a degree course. A statistic doesn't need to be referenced. If I summarize other people's ideas, I still need to reference them. I can copy pictures, diagrams, photos without referencing them. As long as I use speech marks, I don't have to say where this quotation is from. If I paraphrase or rewrite the information, I don't need to reference it. If I cite someone once, I can use their ideas later without needing to cite them again. Plagiarism is copying published work. I can copy my mate's work because it is not being published. And here we have some tips for referencing. If you want to cite someone's work, you should place the name of the author and the year that the work was published in the main text of your work. This is known as citation. At the end of your essay or report, you will have a detailed list of all the sources. This is called a reference list or bibliography. Citation. In the body text, you can detail the name of the author and the year their work was published, or you can give a number. This is an example. For example, this is a researcher writing some information in his introduction. Here, pleural empyema is an inflammatory condition characterized by accumulation of pus inside the pleural cavity, which is usually followed by bacterial pneumonia. And he gave the information, the number 1, and this is called the citation. What about reference list? The reader should then be able to cross-reference the citation to a more detailed list at the end of the essay or report, also known as bibliography. This is an example for the reference list. Referencing systems or styles. Both citation and reference list in a report should be systematic, uniform, and detailed, and easy to understand. This systematic, uniform arrangement is called referencing system or style. There are many referencing systems or styles. Each style has its special format for citation and reference list. In one system, format differs according to the type of source, book, journal, or website. Usually, you use the style recommended by the institution or journal. What are the common referencing systems? We have Harvard, Vancouver, American Medical Association or the AMA, American Psychological Association or the APA, Modern Language Association or the MLA, National Library of Medicine, the NLM. We have a system for referencing images and citing the EBSCO-E books. Harvard style as an example. The general format for a book. Harvard system in the body text usually mentions author and date. For example, Darwin, 1972, famously outlined his theory of evolution based on his close observation of variations between species around the world. Bibliography at the end usually is written in this way: who, when, what, where, and by whom. Example, down C, between two brackets we put the date, which is 1972, the origin of the species, this is the name of the book, London, the place, and the publisher is Dennett. General format for journal articles. Harvard system in the body text also uses author and date. In the bibliography at the end of the review or the report usually is written in this way. Example, Wong S.T. and Godin S. 2009, Overcoming Drug Resistance in Patients with Metastatic Breast Cancer, Pharmacotherapy. Harvard style as an example for general websites. Websites usually should include the date accessed. For example, this is a website accessed on the 18th of March 2020. Now we will speak a little about plagiarism. Plagiarism is the use of any source, published or unpublished, without proper acknowledgement or referencing. It is easy to commit plagiarism accidentally, but carelessness when it comes to referencing is a key cause. Another cause is poor note-taking skills and inappropriate use of cut and paste from the internet. Many students who don't intend to cheat, but because of poor academic practice, end up committing plagiarism with serious consequences. There are lots of different types of sources you can use while writing research articles or assignments. These can include books, scientific journals, lecture notes, web pages, pictures and graphs, newspapers, and TV. Each of these sources got a special way of referencing in the different reference styles. How to avoid plagiarism? The key to avoiding plagiarism is to make sure that you acknowledge your source in the text. To do this properly and avoid wasting your time, you will need to do two important things. Take good notes, making sure you have sufficient detail to allow you to trace your sources, and follow a standard system of referencing. You will probably need to revisit sources and ideas, and reference notes are the shortcut to doing this without starting again from scratch. Some computer programs can help with notes, keeping track with sources and referencing, like Reference Manager, Mendeley, and EndNote. Notes can be useful to help you understand what you have just read. Notes can be used to put down any questions that you have or ideas that you want to study or revise more. Important thing to note down while you are writing your report: any facts and figures, direct quotations I might want to use, paraphrase, not just copying pieces, source details for correct referencing. Here are some final hacks to avoid plagiarism. If in doubt, reference it. Make sure you record the source when taking notes. When taking notes, make it clear if you are copying directly, paraphrasing, or summarizing. Don't cut and paste. Avoid plagiarism and end up with excellent extended project report by referencing all your source correctly.